Hi guys, I thought I'd read you an excerpt from one of the Izi and Larry books. Remember, Izi and Larry books all about fun whilst learning, teaching our children about the history and culture of Africa. Okay. Now this one is, I'm going to start from the middle of the story, but it starts with Izi's feeling a bit sad about something, and then Larry talks to her about it, etc. So we're going to start in the middle of the story, so that I don't take too much of your time. All right. So, Larry says, the best way to feel happy is to think of or do happy things. So by going on a happy adventure, you will definitely feel a lot happier, says Larry. He prepares to blow out the transparent wall. Whenever they're going on an adventure, Larry blows out a huge bubble that turns into a transparent wall. On the wall are pictures of people, places and events. Izi looks at them, then picks the ones she would like to visit and learn more about. So where are we going today, my dear friend? Oh, that one. Definitely that one, Larry, says Izi, pointing at the picture of an old man wearing a dark green jersey. The man is dancing and he looks so happy. His smile is so wide that his teeth are showing. The more Izi looks at him, the happier she feels. She also likes his funny dance. He's so happy, and he dances funny, giggles Izi. Who is he, Larry? Ah, funny you should choose that one. That's the great Nelson Mandela. Mandela, Larry helps his friend to pronounce the name. He was South Africa's first black president. The interesting thing is that he wasn't always so happy. In fact, he had to live through many days of hardship and sadness. Why? Because he had to struggle for many years before he became president. A long time ago, long before you were born, a white-only government introduced something called apartheid. Apartheid? What's that, Larry? It was a system that separated people based on their race and skin and color. Black people were only allowed to live in certain places called homelands. They were not allowed to live, visit, or work in areas meant for the white people. Black people had separate buses and schools. They were not allowed to be part of the government. It was even illegal for blacks and whites to be friends. Oh my, that's not nice, exclaimed Izi, starting to get upset. So what happened? Well, Mr. Mandela decided to do something about it. He wanted to make South Africa a country where white and black people could live together as equals. But he had many enemies. The people in government made it a crime for anyone to talk about how badly they were treating the black people. What did they do? Shall we find out? Shall we find out? Asked Larry, preparing to dive into the bottom right picture. Yes, please, Larry. That's my girl. Ready? Ready, Larry, says Izi as she tightens her grip around Larry's neck. When they arrive, Izi is shocked by what she sees. The happy man she had seen is not looking happy at all. In fact, he is lying on the floor in a tiny room. He is staring at the ceiling as tears roll down his cheeks. He looks so sad and lonely. Where is this place, Larry? This is where Mr. Mandela was forced to live for 27 years. 27? 27 years, Larry? That's like forever, says Izi, struggling to imagine how long 27 years must be. Why? What happened? Many white people did not want Mr. Mandela to accomplish his dream of a united and free South Africa. They wanted to keep things just as they are, so they put him in prison. They put him in this tiny room for 27 years. They put him in this tiny room for 27 years. That's so unfair, Larry. It was very unfair indeed. But Mr. Mandela never gave up. Although he often cried in his cell, he never gave up on his dream of a united and peaceful South Africa. He wanted everyone, whites and blacks, to live together in peace and love. So he wasn't angry with them. Well, I'm sure there are many days and nights when he was angry with them, but by always thinking of a happy future for South Africa, he was able to forgive the people who were mean to him. What mattered most to him was for South Africa to be a better place for everyone. Wow, that's amazing. He forgave them. And after they kept him in prison for 27 years? Absolutely. He must have often felt very lonely and sad, but he didn't give up. He's a lesson for us all. No matter how things may look around us, if we focus on the good things and keep going, we can achieve amazing things. Izzy watches Mr. Mandela for a long time. She is amazed and encouraged by his determination and love. If he could stay in that room for 27 years for the sake of others, then she can certainly be a good girl and do well at school for Daddy and Mummy. What are you thinking, my dear friend? Asked Larry. I like Mr. Mandela, Larry. He never gave up on love and happiness. When I grow up, I want to be just like him. Well, you don't have to wait until you grow up, Izzy, laughed Larry. What do you mean? Well,